Our next speaker would be Sascha Ron, food chemistry professor at the Technical University in Berlin, who unfortunately fell ill and cannot join us today. There will be a recorded session posted after the conference by Sascha Ron, though. And this brings us to our next speaker, Samuele Giovando, who coordinates the CRCF SRL, which provides R&D for the Silver team, a tannin producer. And the project aims to produce food-grade tannins as microbiome modulars for food or supplement ingredients, creating functional products for the Silver team to market. So thank you, Samuele Giovando, for joining us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction. So I present the activities made in the project. I would say something really close to the market, I hope, at the end of the project or even later. Yeah. So during the project, this has been the activities made. This picture is summarizing all the activities where we produce something that were capsules or samples, stuff to take samples, biscuits, and so on, to test these tannins in food. First of all, we select tannin extract, and we have done this in the first part of the project. And the selection has been made on the activity that these tannins has on the gut microbiota. After that, have been developed some cereals foods to enrich it with tannins and or riboflavin that as soon as testers felt riboflavin has been removed from the recipe. But at the end, we produce personalized foods with tannin inside. And at the end, we made some tested the biological effect of these foods on gut microbiota. So first of all, selection of tannin has been made, the tannin production using the raw material and procedures and process in lab that are allowed in food industry to produce this kind of product and to apply that in the food sector. And for instance, tannins are used for wine production, for beer production, and are used in a lot of other industries since centuries, without any big concern, so we felt quite let's say, safe to use this kind of product in our project. Have been evaluated in vitro some fermentation and has been evaluated the biological activities, have been shown that tannins added into the diet, into the in vitro test, increased the short-chain fatty acids in the microbiota metabolism. And finally, we produce some samples to try during the project. These are the raw material that we tested from chestnut wood, quebracho wood, taro pods, gold nuts, and of 2 types of gold nuts. We made a supplementation phase on the first group of volunteers with these capsules. We had funny time making capsules with drug inside, placebo and so on. 4 weeks supplementation of these tannin capsules and analysis of microbiota functionality on the subject, on the volunteers. In particular, there has been found a correlation between this supplementation on the certain bacteria species good for health and the production of short-chain fatty acids. The results have been presented in a couple of congress. This one in Parma regarding food bioactives and health, and the other one in London regarding the International Conference Polyphenols and Health. And the results of the first part of the project have been presented there. Here, in particular, the results has shown that encapsulated tanning with pectins and other polysaccharides do not have some advantage at the end on the tanning itself. We made some nice case, let's say, to present this kind of product that are a powder product in a little bottle to some conferences, to these two conferences, just to promote this kind of product to the industry participating there and also to the academic present there. Another publication has been done showing the results of the project, the antioxidant, pro-oxidant on the metabolism of this product based on tanning, and how to analyze this in volunteers, and these have been published. For the intervention in children, have been produced some cocoa biscuits and breadstick with tanning inside, and have been evaluated some the results with this metaclinic test. In this intervention phase, tannins have been added into the daily portion at 240 milligrams for the children intervention. This has been a quantity of biscuits and breadstick produced. Another intervention has been made with, has been made a recipe of personalized food supplement with 4 products, let's say 2, pre-op and post-op, and relative placebo product. And and have been provided for by one partner. Has been developed also another product for general well-being based on the tanning used before in the food. Here are in the food supplements. Tanning used here were the same used in the previous intervention phase on food product, and have been evaluated the sensory effect of this food supplement. So these are quite nice results, but from the industrial point of view, I see the industrial point of view, we would like to go on the market to sell this concept, to sell these results and product at the end. But the way is not so fast. I mean, it's not so easy to put on the market something new, especially related to our health, and it's correct, I think. So first of all, regarding the production plant, Silva team is a partner of CRCF that is partner in the project. From Silva team point of view, has been adapted some procedure to produce this product in production line. Has been adopted some procedure, HACCP plan. From a regulatory point of view, tanning extract need to be considered as a novel food, so need to be registered as a novel food. So a dossier is needed before to enter on the market. The novel food dossier is made by several parts. One is the production process, another are toxicological studies, etc., etc. Toxicological study has been already made, showing that these products are safe in this dosage. After that, we need to submit the dossier to EFSA, and we need to start a discussion with EFSA in order to have the final authorization as a novel food. We are thinking about tannins as a family with some member inside, because the authorization will be for botanical species. So as I show you, botanical species where we extract tannins are several, we need several dossiers at the end. One from chestnut, another one from tara, another one from sumac gallnut, etc. But nevertheless, every one of these substances has in common that are polyphenols, so makes sense to make a family covering all these substances. From a commercial point of view, we need a brand and logo and value proposition, but here we have colleagues of Silva team that are ready to go on the market and just need the authorization from the EFSA, from the dossier, and that is not so easy, as you can imagine. But in the meantime, we try to make you happy. We prepare biscuits, cocoa biscuits. This is a recipe we used with tanning mixture used before in the intervention. These biscuits are available here outside in our future coffee break. Yeah, there, yeah. Everyone can take one. For every bag contain 4 biscuits, and these 4 biscuits contain the daily dosage used for the children intervention. So any one of us is not children anymore, so you can eat safely. Yeah, you can take 2. Yeah. The amount of tanning inside is not possible to feel because it's so low. I mean, tanning is astringent, are very astringent in general as every polyphenols. But the amount here, for every biscuit, there are 60 milligrams of tanning added. And 60 milligrams is less than what you can perceive. As I said, this amount of the total tanning inside the bag is what we used in the intervention of children, and we used in the adult intervention 330 milligrams, so 50% more than this. Do not eat, if you cannot eat something with wheat flour or with butter, or yes, because they're full of calories and full of butter, full of eggs, etc., sugars, but are tasty. So these are available outside. Thank you very much to all of you. We hope to be able to propose this to the market as soon as possible. For the moment, just for you.
Thanks. I'll have one after the session. So do you have a timeline on when we can get our hands on those? Will they be distributed online? I don't know. What are the plans?
2 years. Yeah, because as soon as normally the EFSA time when the dossier is provided to them is around 2 years, where we are quite ready to submit the dossier. So I suppose 2 years and something, yeah.
So we will need to stay excited for quite some time more.
Yeah.
Any questions from the audience about? Yes.
Maybe I can say something.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 year, but
yeah. You will try. Sometimes it's quite complicated, the negotiations with EFSA, trying to prove that at the end, tannins are a kind of bioactive compounds that are spread across the different vegetables we are eating every day. So it's not, I mean, something new, the extract, but at the end they are products that we have, all of us in the different foods we have, not already used, as you said, for the production of beer, wine, or whatever. So that's the difficulty. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more here to explain to people that also the production of tannins is sustainable under the point of view,
yes,
because it's quite important. I mean, because of,
yeah.
It's another discussion, but I think you could explain them the sources of.
Thank you for the question. Is a water extraction at the end, just as for coffee making process or tea, that you put raw material, vegetable raw material in hot water, and you extract the water with polyphenols inside, you evaporate the water, and you keep the the dry matter that is polyphenols. If you extract that from tea, is very rich in polyphenols, not so convenient from economical point of view, produce tons of these polyphenols there are other raw materials that are more convenient from economical point of view just for the concentration of polyphenols. That's why there are companies that produce polyphenols, this kind of tannins from chestnut wood or quebracho wood, just because this contains a lot of amount of these polyphenols. Yes, but nevertheless, polyphenols are part of our diet from ever, from apple peels or grapes or wines or fruit. Any fruit contains a lot of polyphenols inside. So.
Yes, one more question from the audience.
Thank you. Just a question, because when we try to use the tannin biscuits to children, we've heard some complaints from our gastroenterologist who said that tannins for children may be not so healthy because there is always a cutoff from how much they can eat. I'm not aware of this limit. But did you perform any toxicological experiments, research in children? Because you will need that if they go to the market. They will ask you for that.
Yes, absolutely. The required studies are related on the daily amount that is possible to eat without any problem. And the test that has been required to register needs to show something like 50 times more higher.
Okay.
That it has no effect well, the toxicological studies are not on humans, are on mice, on rats. So, but the standard studies are like that, you know. We proved that these products are not concerned has not concern about toxicological studies. So, yeah, I think another point could be the taste. Yes, I understand. So it's for that we already made some studies looking for the maximum level of this kind of product in food material in general, for example, in fruit juice or in biscuits or in yogurt, finding that the maximum dosage depends also on flavor that you add, because cocoa flavor is something that covers the polyphenols. I mean, polyphenols help some taste to be more tasty, let's say. Yeah, but
next we have a question from our
sorry.
online viewers. And that is, today we heard that ultra-processed food causes our today's health problems. Is promoting such products appropriate to solve health problems?
Well, I think that tannins, I'm referring to the slide that Jose Angel presented before, tannins are present in the natural diet. So just extracting this component of natural diet, putting in the processed food is no bad at the end, because you provide something that becomes from the nature in the processed food. So it means something like processed food, even if they are processed food, have something from their natural composition, let's say, more similar to the natural composition. I don't know if...
Yes. And then we had a question from the audience. Yeah. In the back.
Is not really a question, but as this presentation is more related to the end using of the Stance4Health, and for sure the Stance4Health aim was clear throughout the iDiet app, but I think it's very important to highlight that there are also several other products developed by the companies among the tannins, which Samuel and very good pointed. But what I want to highlight that also as part of the Stance4Health project, several tangible products which are really close to market and or already on the market have been developed. I think there are more than 6 or 8. We in Biozone, together with the partner Sentiv, we have developed 4 powder-based products. So those are tangible results of the project. And as was speaking before, what can research do better? I think one of the answers shall be so that we speak about food ingredients. We shall not always go only to the medical point of view, but we shall also go to the industry, because the industry is the one who brings that on the market. And this is what we have managed quite well. One product which I want to highlight here, which was developed, it is a supplement for elderly, which we even managed to put all the vitamins and minerals which can be prescribed by a doctor. So we go beyond the budget boundary, because that can be prescribed by a doctor, at least in Germany. So one product like that, and that can also sustain completely.
Do you also like to phrase a question out of this?
Yes. No, I didn't want to say. I said on the beginning, I do not have a question, but as we spoke a lot in this conference about research, I think it is fair to highlight also then the role of the end users, because we are 8 companies here. So that's why I want to make sure that it's clear in the conference that inside the Stance4Health project, we have about 8 tangible products which have been developed.
Okay, then let's... Question only? Question, okay. Yes.
I see some interesting point.
Do you want to take...
No, I don't want to promote chocolates, cookies as healthy, let's say, because tanning inside, but yes, this was just an occasion to put some project results in something pleasant for everyone.
Yeah.
And,
so, yes, with reference to the EFSA Novel Food Dossier, congratulations, you're a brave man.
Yeah.
How many resources are you going to dedicate for that? roughly? I mean, internal resources, person months, maybe
Well-
external resources, lawyers, additional tests. Do you have a rough understanding how much that will be?
I have no clear idea because a lot of them are outside the company. But internally, I think 1.5 to put together information about production process and composition information and so on. It's not easy, but it's a hard job at the end. From external point of view, there are 3 laboratories that collaborated to give results, to the toxicological studies. One more for the composition, one very skilled laboratory, but one because has been selected after 4 has been tested before. So it's not easy to reply to your question, but nevertheless, it's a hard job to present a dossier to EFSA.
I'm really curious. Are we here in the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, or what would you estimate?
What? People?
No. Internal resources, person months, tax,
Money. In total, we
yeah.
estimated 200,000 euro per every substance. Substance mean botanical origin. So if we are talking about 2 per. Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
So,
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you.
also good luck from
the
me for
company,
the
yeah.
certification process. Thank you, Samuele.
Thank you.
Giovando. We're out of time, so we can't take more questions.
Thank you very much.